Hello and welcome back to Rule the Waves 2. We are playing Imperial Germany. It is 1902 and we are already at war with France. And this is a fleet battle that is about to happen. And as we can see here, we've already basically taken out one of the French pre-dreadnoughts. So let's just dive in and see how it continues. Need to make sure we don't get torpedoed and reorganize everything a little because it's just to make sure we don't make any mistakes. And like those, for instance, are far enough away, I guess. That is torpedo range, yeah. But not Gazelle. Gazelle might be too close, is likely too close. Well, we are chasing this heavy cruiser here and it's at night, so unfortunately the distances have to be really short to make sure we actually manage to see and kill opponent, the French fleet, without being torpedoed. And as this was a perfect angle, I guess, because the torpedoes are still pretty slow, I needed to get closer here. Unfortunately, this will mean that only the front turrets can shoot, but I guess that's a price worth paying if you avoid being torpedoed. Okay, he's slowing down a lot, so I think, yeah, that one. Enemy ship devastation. It's been hit. I guess that's that one, yes. They're still playing around with that one, but this cruiser is done. Or almost done at least. So we do one more drive. We pass him once more, and that should finish him off. But we see he's turning. So we need to be careful of his torpedoes. He's being hit by 7 and by 11, by 6 and by 11-inch guns, so he should take enough serious damage. But here we almost missed a full frontal assault. Let's have them all turn at once, because we need to make sure this light cruiser doesn't kill us. Okay. I guess we can turn back. How are they doing here? Damn it, I lost the heavy cruiser that went down here. But those are destroyers. We don't want to get too close to them. Okay, those two are sunk. So let's go for the cruisers there. I don't really care that much about destroyers, and especially I especially don't want to fight them at night. So my goal is to take out enemy cruisers and battleships, and that one which was identified as a heavy cruiser or a protected cruiser in this period of time turned out to be a battleship. And this is... Can we actually torpedo ourselves? No, they don't. Yes, they still have torpedoes. Let's see. No. Can't. Let's hope they get away. Turn back in. Kind of messy and unorganized, but now the Suffren is taken out. And Hertha is being hit. And Bismarck is being hit. Damn it. Well, at least luckily in this phase torpedoes are still pretty weak, so we have a decent chance of both actually surviving, while Hertha probably not. Not good. And this is far too close. Okay, now let's try to save what we can save. Turn them down to 10 knots or a little lower than 10. Where is the lowest number? I guess fleeing here towards the British coast seems to be the right thing. And Hertha needs to be detached. She's already down to 7 knots. I guess she's a goner, unfortunately. Well, if I don't pay enough attention, that's the punishment. Unfortunately, I remember I had to take manual control of everything because the game in its wisdom decided to let the battleships go somewhere else, but not where I wanted it. And why are those now out of my control? Because they are too far away, I guess. But I didn't even get a message for that. So let's, what is this? Battleship Division 10. Let's have them follow Battleship Division 10. So they're all combined. And Hertha should not be automatic, because they love to do very stupid things when they're automatic. Okay. This battleship is defeated. It will sink. So I guess we can ignore it, and I think now it is about time to just make sure we don't take any more unnecessary losses. And we see first Bismarck has reattached. This is something very inconvenient as well. I haven't found a way yet to prevent that, and I don't think that's really possible. Which means that we need to pay attention all the time. That they stop doing that. Maybe we can take the Lalande class out on the way. Okay, he's still going. He's still slower than 10 knots. Let's take him down to 3 knots. I said it's usually 10 knots should be the threshold. Up below it, the risk of taking additional flooding is supposedly lower, but in such a case I just don't want to take any risk at all. And I think it's probably less risk. Okay, it's probably less risk of this ship being surprised by destroyers now than of it. So the risk from enemy destroyers, I think, in this phase is lower than the risk from flooding. And we see first Bismarck has reattached once more. And this is, yeah, we need to make sure he's staying slower than 10 knots. Okay. Can actually send them home. Hertha is still going this way. What is about those? Can I order them? Why not? Are they probably of a coastal force? No, they aren't. I have no idea. I'm in captain's mode, and things like that, when they are too far away from the commanding ship, from the primary group, which is Battles Division 5, in such a case, in admiral's mode or something, they take control of themselves to represent the fact that those ships are out of communication with the leading admiral, and that is just fine. But here I think it shouldn't happen, so I have no clue why it happens. But as long as they don't get sunk, I don't really care that much. So how slow is he? He's going 3 knots, and there come more ships. Let's change course in case he has shot torpedoes. That's pretty fast. It's a destroyer, okay. Can we maybe take him out? There comes another. Okay, I think I need to re-engage as long as those destroyers are still running around here. I don't want to leave my 2 cruisers out and exposed without support. So changing course like a madman is the new mission now, and hopefully taking out a destroyer or 2 on the way. We hit them, but so far without luck. Okay, those 2, are they still slow? Because as we've seen in enough other games, they, for whatever reason, like to speed up and sink. I can slow them down to cruise speed. Where are they going? Let's see. I mean, this is basically a goner in my... It would be a surprise if the Hertha survived. Okay. Daylight coming back. Maybe I should turn around just to make sure if something is still here. I see it. I have no idea what that message meant, but that usually means a ship is sinking. Oh, so far it's holding up. Error in intern processes procedure, access violation, I have no idea. I guess that's some kind of realism that the messages we get are realistic. Oh, god damn it. Am I supposed to face this now every turn? Well, I can click. Yeah, as we see, it's not without faults. But that's what we have to endure. Can I just keep space hold down? No, I can't. Okay. Is the time at least progressing? Or are we still at 7:33? No, it isn't. Oh, it isn't progressing. Okay. So I guess I'll have to save and enter the game again for to be able to continue. I guess that seems to be the best option. I turn off the monitor for a moment to restart the game. This should only take a few seconds. But I don't want to show, obviously, I don't want to show the serial number of my game here on the stream and in the videos. It's already starting again. Okay, and there is the screen. We need to see where, okay. We suddenly were in Africa somewhere. Now let's see whether it's working now. Yeah, now it's working. Good. Well, at least saving, like, have you tried turning it off and on again? Obviously works. So that's a good sign. So we're just burning time now. Checking whether it's slow enough. Is this slow enough? It is. Good. Just waiting for the battle to end. Okay, perfect. And I've only lost the light cruiser. They've lost 2 pre-dreadnoughts. So that is a very nice result for me. And I was able to save both of the both of the heavy cruisers or protected cruisers that were damaged. Okay, now let's check. What I don't know, it was mentioned in the comments to one of the videos. I can't remember if I said it explicitly, but what I always do is keep building the dockyard until I'm at least at 50,000 tons, because the bigger the ship you can build, the better it is, the more expensive obviously too, but as we've already discussed, the game itself sets you up in battles. So if it's 2 ships against 2 ships and I had this like in a game in Rule the Waves 1 where I played Germany and had battle cruisers with I think 38,000 tons, and I was at war with Italy and they had 2 battle cruisers and theirs had 20,000 tons. Not a big surprise how that battle ended. So getting your dock size as big as possible helps in that way that you can make the ships far stronger and thus far stronger than your opponents. Okay, now war with France is progressing. We are not doing an invasion because we can't invade anything. Nothing is close enough for an invasion in this phase. Yeah. And another comment was that building coastal batteries is recommended for bases that are in striking distance, basically. I usually do this. I think I built some here, if I remember correctly. No, I haven't actually yet. Okay, then let's build some immediately. I usually do this in bases that are close to the enemy, but I didn't know the reason why it's actually even really much recommended, and that is because apparently it can be like snap invasions at the beginning of a war. I only had those with Japan so far, and only twice in all my games, so I thought that might be a typical Japanese thing, like they do surprise attacks, and thus it's not needed, but apparently it's recommended anyways. And let's be honest, while the building costs something, maintaining a coastal battery isn't that big of a financial burden anyways, so one can easily afford it. Okay, French radar has been scuttled. They sink a lot of our ships, and we have the next fleet battle. I don't think they'll do it. Yep. We are far too superior now. Cruiser battle, and this is something what I said, like the game sets you up with opponents. And it's not always the same numbers, but it's a cruiser battle. In a cruiser battle I can face battle cruisers and cruisers, and if I have the 18,000 tons protected cruisers and they have 9,000 tons, well, I shouldn't have too many issues. So apparently only 1 light cruiser, so we need to keep some distance from the destroyers, but that should be fairly easy. Let's just speed up. Oh, it's getting dark. Should I actually chase them? Do I have an objective? No, I don't. Okay, then let's just actually run away. I don't see a point in sinking 1 light cruiser and for that getting torpedoed by his submarines and this time losing a ship. So I'll just end the battle. The victory points I can get from that 1 light cruiser aren't that decisive for me, especially with the current war situation. So there's no point in risking anything. I mean, now it would be daylight again, but the battle is over. They actually had 2 heavy cruisers, 2 protected cruisers as well. Okay. Didn't even see them. Well, anyways, let's continue. No victory points lost, so nothing bad happened here. Negotiated peace. The war seems kind of pointless to this. They will deny most decisive battles, so let's just to the medium mission option, where I allow them to leave the war without losing prestige by saying yes, let's do a battle for all whatever it costs, and I'm not pushing for more war, but apparently the politicians have decided differently. But my Prince Adalbert has sunk the Admiral Cecil. Prince Adalbert was, I think, yeah, it's on trade protection, so putting the cruiser here is already showing results. Blockade in France, that should help win the war as well. Another fleet battle, 3 against 12. Oh, they actually fight. Okay. Okay, let's see whether it works this time to keep the ships together. Are they following? Yes, they are. Okay, good. Well, then let's see. And it's getting dark again. Let's see whether I find them. Usually if you just keep going the way they go in the beginning, you are very likely to encounter them, because otherwise it would be almost impossible to find them until you have reliable air reconnaissance. But apparently this time, for whatever reason, yep, it didn't work. They had 2, god damn it. There they were. They weren't even far away. Ah, damn it. That would have been nice. Let's just continue. We are about to get 900 tons. Error? What was that? No idea. We are about to get 900 tons destroyer. That will be a big improvement. And now a cruiser battle, and I have, what is it here? So 1 light cruiser for reconnaissance, and I need to remember that I sent those cruisers that are designed for colonial duty to send them actually abroad, because I think some of them are still, where were they? Southwest. That would be somewhere here. Okay. Because there we've got something. Okay, let's speed up. So I need to send the cruisers away, because currently they are in, I think they are currently used among the normal fleet, because the game can't differentiate which role I've given them, and as they have the same tonnage as my strong light cruisers, the game doesn't even know which one is better. So in that regard, I need to manually take them out of the equation by sending them to the colonies. There I can use them as commerce raiders as well. Okay, 1 light cruiser. Let's go after him. How strong is he? 2.6 and 6.4 inch, 2-inch belt, so vastly inferior even to my light cruiser. But it seems like he's faster. Well, there come more of mine. Those are not under my control. I need to make sure he doesn't torpedo me. Stay close enough to shoot him. Not close enough to be torpedoed. Yeah, that guy should be gone. If we hit him enough. Apparently there's no many hits on him so far. Do they even shoot? Now they do. Okay. Okay, there's more. Ah, that was a reconnaissance ship. Okay. Shall we go for those? Or stick with the Linois class? Well, let's try those. So far I haven't been really lucky. And if he's a reconnaissance, then he'll follow the other ones anyways. And that is a much stronger fleet, 2 light cruisers and 1 protected cruiser. No, 3 lights, okay. But they are running as well. Well, let's try to close in, maybe get a lucky hit on the engines at some point. Still a little too close to the destroyers, so let's increase the distance a little. Nope. That is not how it's supposed to work. That could have been... I think that was a torpedo attack. They should have launched their torpedoes now. But unfortunately, I don't really think I've ever seen enemy torpedoes in the water. Can you guys please start firing and hit him? Yeah, this is... Okay, now they're hitting something. Let's see. I mean, Hertha has already taken some damage. Okay, let's turn her out. I mean, I'm in front of her, so she can't torpedo me. Not with those small, those slow torpedoes in this phase, and not with submerged torpedoes, but I might be able. I actually am. Let's try that one. Yes, nice. That should solve the issue here. Yep, he's dead in the water. Okay, now let's take on the other one. Always trying to be in a position where he can't torpedo me. As said, I mean, changing course gives a penalty in hitting, but being sunk by enemy torpedoes makes your own artillery fire less efficient. So I prefer less efficient gunfire to no gunfire at all, because my ship is exploring the seabed. Would be nice though if this ship finally lost some speed. Doesn't even seem to shoot. I don't see any messages here. Let's say opened fire or something. There was something. Okay, which position is he in? No, he can't torpedo me from this position. Yeah, that was a hit. Another hit. Let's change course. Still going at full speed, I think. I seem to be like 1 knot faster, a very tiny bit faster than him. And I think my design is faster. It should be 22 knots. No, it's 21 as well. Okay. Well, maybe his stokers are more exhausted than mine, or the damage is finally taking some toll, the hits. Okay, this is torpedo angles. What do we have? Twilight. What is visibility range? It's actually high enough, so we can go on a somewhat parallel course. Try to use more than just the front turret. Okay. Where was that? Oh, okay. Destroyer battle. Well, not my problem. Destroyers are there for this job. I don't care too much about them. But it would be nice if that destroyer went finally down. Only has 2.5-inch belt, and I'm shooting in for I don't know how long. Does he even have ammo left? No, he doesn't. Okay, then I'm far less surprised why he's still going. Well, chasing him doesn't make much sense, and I can't keep up. I can't. I'm not really faster than him, so I can't use the other turrets. I don't think I should. Let's just break that off. I mean, I got one of his light cruisers for 1 destroyer, so I guess it's a good result regardless whether or not that one got away. Okay, that's it. So I lost 1 destroyer and he lost 1 cruiser. Good, major victory. Another cruiser battle. Okay. Course east. Shall we go for it? Yeah, let's try that one. Probably won't find anything, but we can try. Oh, there it is. Full speed. Let's close in and take them on. That's probably destroyers. Yeah. Okay. It's actually a battleship. Well, good thing we have protected cruisers that are close to battleships. I think we're actually... Should we go for it? Another ship? And another ship? That's getting a lot of ships now. I mean, he has 13-inch guns. They are probably -2 quality, but even -2 quality can do damage. Oh yeah, that's a little much, so nope. No point in having my cruisers sunk without any gain. We could probably make them line abreast because they are fleeing, so both of them have free field of fire, but they don't change position now. Okay, I would probably have to slow down for that, which I'm not going to do. I don't see a point. 2-inch, but 8-7-inch. Okay, that's pretty strong though. More calm. 5-inch, that is a little stronger, and 2 8-inch. I think we should be able to take them on. 4 9-inch, but they are -1, and 8 7-inch. Yeah, you know what? Let's go for it. Okay, why is that one detached? It didn't take any serious damage. Let's go down to 20 knots so he can close up, and it's going crazy again because yeah, why not, right? Okay, now they are combined. So let's turn up here. So we cross the T again. Does he have rudder? I don't see any message that his rudder is broken. That's probably the battleship. Does he change course? Yes, he does. Okay, so rudder is not broken. Good to know. I mean, we're hitting them, but they hit us too. Oh, it's dark now. Yeah, I think let's... Or should we follow? I mean, he's good. He's visible now. That's nice, because he's on fire. Didn't know that this is modified in the game. Represented in the game. That's nice. Okay, I'm out of torpedo range, I think. Let's turn up. But it's only mine that are hit. Only Hertha is taking damage. Still no hit on them. Now one of their cruisers hit. Yeah, I mean, now one hit on the Jean Bar. Light guns, medium guns, medium guns. Not really what I've hoped for. Yeah, let's break it off. No point in getting sunk. Down to cruise speed, and let's just speed off and end the battle. Draw. They actually did a little more damage. Which, on the other hand, when we see the numbers, 3 protected cruisers and 1 battleship, I guess, proved once more that the Hertha class is really strong. And I wanted to check, but the Nymphe class are actually all in other naval zones, so that's alright then. Now finally the new training, very nice. So they are now better at gunnery and better at, and Prince Adalbert sunk another light cruiser. So they are now better at gunnery and they are better at night fighting. That should help. Coastal raid, large. Well, let's see. I have this one here. Let's have them follow the battleships, or pre-dreadnoughts, or as it was called in Germany, Einheitslinienschiff, which means like unity ship of the line. Let's see whether we can find some of them. It's really time that Zeppelins become invented, so I have some recon. Because the thing is, if he now sneaks somewhere here, there are always some freighters running around, and if he sinks 2 of them, it is considered he gets a huge boost in victory points. Yeah, that is already, and there it's happening. I don't even know where. Frustrating. There. So exactly where I'm not. Yeah, if they sink 2, they get the victory points for sinking 2, which was their mission. And I can't even do anything, and now the game will last on because I can't close in, so I can't even break that off. That's a little unsatisfying. Can I go ultra fast? Yeah, so far I can. Okay, it's slowing down, which might indicate that coastal battery. Okay, where are coastal batteries? Here is one. So it's probably this one, regarding where he was last spotted going. So let's try to actually close in. Doesn't seem to be... Wait, we have spot... Oh god damn it. On the exact other side where it just was. Well, but I guess in some regard, while it's frustrating for me as a player, and I bet as soon as I'm down here, either it's over or they are spotted up there again. So as frustrating as it might be for me as a player, in the end it's kind of realistic. Especially in times where you might have had radios, but they are highly unreliable. In those phases it was even this small distance to Helgoland, or Heligoland as it's called in English. The distance was probably too large for reliable radio communication, and no transport ship, no merchantman would have had radios, so no way of knowing where they are. Yeah, I'm just fishing around in the dark, hoping for something, and it's over. But they only sunk one, so they failed. That's nice. And as they failed, I get a bonus for surviving merchantman. And this means it's actually a victory for me. That's nice. Even though the victory points are negligible. Well, let's hope to end this war rather soon then. Yeah, let's take the middle option again, and they didn't make peace once more. French radar interned. Okay. I have a lot of radars and mine don't do anything. It's all in Northern Europe and one in West Africa. We should probably check whether we can have some fleet battle. Come on. No. Whether we can have some of our cruisers go in Northern Europe for commerce raiding as well. Okay, so we have three of our protected cruisers. Let's see what we're finding. I don't have any objectives, okay. But it's getting dark, so that's highly unlikely that I find something. Yeah, it's over. Where were they? Okay, they were actually pretty close. No. Too far regardless. Okay, I need to check. So we have 350, which means half of it is 175, so we have enough room to make sure we are not going to get the budget decreased, and we should check on improving naval bases. So let's do this right now. Navy can fight. This would mean prestige lost. This doesn't even mean prestige gained. But this war is kind of pointless because I can't conquer anything, so I hope for it to end pretty soon. It's just an annoyance right now. Okay, convoy protection. They are going north. Okay. So let's see whether we find something, and if we don't find an opponent, there it is, okay. Down here, so let's speed up and close in to hopefully kill some of them. Okay, cruisers coming. Let's take the light cruisers. They are no longer needed for scouting. So let's have them actually become core. Like go into in line with the protected cruisers and work as an extended battle line for them. They're obviously not in the same way capable of dealing damage as the protected cruisers can, but I don't see a point in wasting their firepower, having them run around somewhere, and I can concentrate my forces. Okay, I need to check all of this here is destroyers. He has quite a number of cruisers too. So let's close in further. Okay, still far out of torpedo range. It's actually a corvette. Why is a corvette used to attack a convoy? That's weird. Basically, especially with the light cruisers, we want to be as close as possible without being torpedoed to increase our likelihood of hits. And with our 8-inch, I think they have 8-inch, right? Yeah, with the 8-inch belt armor, we should be basically impervious to whatever they have. Probably not even 6-inch. Yeah, 4-inch. Okay, those. We need to be careful here with the destroyers while we slug it out with the Bruy class protected cruisers. But so far, let's try go back north again. We don't want them to be able to go to the convoy. Or we could cross the T of those protected cruisers. Are they charging north? No, they are sticking together with the other cruisers down here. Okay. But again, not really efficient fire. Not really effective fire. Despite my training, the distances are just too high and the rate of fire is too slow, and the number of shells being used is too low, as they only have 4 9-inch guns. But maybe we can close into a point where it actually matters. Is that one getting slower? Looks like it. They are all this speed, so I don't know. Does it say? Medium damage, okay. At least he has taken damage. And we are already getting low on ammo. This is rather inconclusive. This is the realistic, I guess, but somewhat frustrating part of the early battles too, that the guns are just too inefficient, the fire control is too low, so often enough you're just incapable of taking those out, the opponents out. Let's see whether my destroyers can make a difference when they charge in. But at least now it seems like now finally some hits are exchanged, and we have a number of hits now. But they're already turning away. Can we keep up? None of them getting slower so far. I mean, now if we check, there's a lot of Bruy class hits. And this one was getting slower, wasn't it? 20% ammo only left. God damn it. Can you guys please think something so it's not a complete waste of time? I mean, we are hitting them, but apparently not enough. How strong is their armor? 5.5 inch, okay. I guess that's probably already enough to block the 9-inch shells. That's why my return fire is not taking effect. Should we concentrate on the single one or on the two? Let's concentrate on the single one. Maybe the concentrated fire has some chance, but I mean I'm running out of ammo. So it's probably not going to work out. And the night has come. Need to be careful about torpedoes. I think that might have been an angle where you... Okay, I lost a destroyer now. So far that's not too convincing, to be honest. And I guess they're out of ammo again. 20, no, what is ammo here? 9%, yeah. So the front basically has no ammo left. Front turret, which means once more it doesn't make any sense. So let's turn away past those light cruisers if possible. Try to do some damage there and then break it off. Doesn't seem to make too much sense to continue this when I'm out of ammo. Okay, now it's getting dangerous. There are ships that can shoot torpedoes. Can they please take out that light cruiser now? I mean, he's so close. And I have a strong secondary gun set. Oh no, they can't. Ah, whatever. Let's end this here. Unless they come close voluntarily, which they don't. Okay. And on that note, rather disappointing, not... Have I even sunk? Yeah, I think I sunk one light cruiser in those last battles. But apart from that, not too conclusive. Nothing really happened. Victory points are still easily on the Imperial German side, but we are nowhere closer to dealing a crushing blow to them now. I lost 2 destroyers. Well, at least it's still being considered a major victory because they had the mission to attack my convoy and they haven't sunk a single ship. We see it was only medium damage, so apparently his ships do a pretty fine job. I need to check whether I can give them better guns, maybe. Do I have a better 9-inch quality? No. Yes, I do. Okay, so that might be worth doing for the next missions. Actually, yes, let's design a rebuild. Can we have better rangefinder? No. How much does the changing of the guns, how long does it take? 6 months. Doesn't seem worth it in this phase. I mean, the guns will be much better, but would it have made a difference? Probably not. So let's not do it now. We are ending this video here. So unfortunately, a rather inconclusive battle so far. At least the finances are good. If we check, we have 3 times as many pre-dreadnoughts, even though they are superior in numbers of cruisers and destroyers. But the victory points are on our side. We have more than 3 times as much. So I think it's only a question of time until this war against France will be won. The only question will be how much are we going to earn from that. So stay tuned for the next time when we hopefully will finally win against the French. And if you enjoy that, please consider subscribing and following. See you next time.